Hi guys, welcome back to Fort Reads. Tonight we're going to be reading The Golden Windows. Mary was a young girl who lived with her mother in a house on the side of a valley. From her garden she could look across the valley to another house. It was a very special one because it had golden windows. Mary had always longed to visit this house. As she played in her garden, she would often stop and gaze at the beautiful windows shimmering like flames in the afternoon sun. Then she would sigh and say to herself, "I wish I could live in a house like that. It must be wonderful to look out through golden windows." Sometimes she would ask her mother to take her across the valley for a walk, but her mother would say, "Not today, Mary. I've got so much to do. Maybe another day when I'm not so busy." For her 7th birthday, Mary's grandmother gave her a new shiny bicycle. Mary was thrilled, and it wasn't long before she was an expert rider. As there wasn't much traffic along the lane next to her house, Mary was allowed to go for short rides on her own. Then one day she had an idea. "Mummy," she asked, "may I please ride across the valley? I'd really love to go and see the house with the golden windows." Mary's mother knew that Mary rode her bike very sensibly, so she said, "All right, but do be careful, and thanks," Mary said, rushing from the house. "And be back for tea," shouted her mother. Mary set off, keeping very close to the side of the road and going round each bend with great care. As she got closer to the house, she became more and more excited. At last she would be able to see the golden windows up close. Maybe if she was really lucky, the people who lived there would let her touch them. Eventually she reached the front gate of the house. She propped her bicycle against the hedge and lifted the latch. "I'll wait until I'm in the garden before I look," she thought, holding her breath with anticipation. "I can hardly wait." However, as she opened the gate, she could contain herself no longer. She must look at those beautiful golden windows, but as she raised her head, her heart sank. The tingle of excitement turned to an ache of disappointment. "But they're glass, just plain old glass," she said softly near tears. They're just ordinary, and all the time I thought they were made of gold." She didn't bother to go any further. She closed the gate, picked up her bicycle, and turned around ready for the long ride home. As she set off, she glanced across the valley and saw something which made her stop. She could see her own house, and the windows were gold. They were blazing like golden flames. Then she realized why. They too were reflecting the rays of the afternoon sun. So after all, she did live in a house with golden windows. That was cute. Good night, guys.